some of this information firsthand, and I have been blessed with this. So I just hope that you're taking notes. You are listening carefully to what you're about to hear. This is not any kind of get-rich scheme or any of those kind of things that you listen to and you don't take value. You're going to get absolutely amazing value. So I want you to really take heed of what you say, and be ready to be taking some notes down. So I have the pleasure of introducing you to the money man himself, the CEO, the director of Ame Finance Academy, which is none other than Des Ame. Des, can you hear me? Are you on? Are you here?
I am indeed. Thank you, Nikki Knows Now, for that masterclass in edification. Nikki, if you don't know Nikki, she is a life coach, a brand expert. Her background's actually in banking. She's been running banks for I think over 5 years now, training some of the bank managers and senior executives and so forth. So thank you, Nikki, and a big warm welcome. Just to confirm everyone can hear me, Nikki, could you just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Okay, fantastic. Guys, a big warm welcome. It's a Sunday evening. I'm sure there are many places you could be right now, but you've chosen to be here, and I truly believe that you will be enriched. So I'm going to get straight into it, guys. So again, a big warm welcome. We call this how to make money from property with no money down. And I truly believe you're going to get lots and lots of value. Just a reminder that if you can't hear, to ensure that you dial in using the internet audio or whichever means, and be prepared to take notes. Okay, be prepared to take notes. They say that note takers are the money makers. Okay, so just a quick introduction to the company that I represent, Ame Finance Academy. We're based at 1 Canada Square, Canary Wharf. It's where I am right now, which is the main building in Canary Wharf. We're based on level 37. And we've been here now. We've been in Canary Wharf for a while now, but we moved to 1 Canada Square, I think October last year. And we're just going from strength to strength. Traditionally, we are a finance company, and we do all things funding, so whether it be mortgages, whether it be loans, business loans, whether it be just regular loans, secured loans, any type of funding, insurance and so forth. We cover that. We even fund traders, for example. We cover the lot, and recently we've opened an academy to show people the financial secrets of wealth. We've been in the property and finance industry now for over 8 years plus, and you can't be in the industry like that for that long and not pick up some industry secrets. So that's what I'm sharing with you now, all of my experience, So today you're listening to the financial secrets of property. Another session that we do is the financial secrets of money. And just a little note for those of you that are making notes, those of you that are interested in the financial secrets of making money, we do a webinar using the same link that you've just used on a Monday, 7:30. We're currently on tour sharing with people all of these financial secrets of wealth. And a little plug as well for the Chair Ladies UK. We're actually aligned with the Chair Ladies UK. Ladies, women that are on the call, please make a note of that, because those of you that do come on Monday, you'll hear more about the wonderful work that Nikki Knows Now is doing, just empowering ladies and starting a movement across the world of women that win worldwide. Okay, so first of all, a really pertinent question, why listen to me? Why am I an authority on this subject? Well, just to kind of reel off a little bit of my background. So I'm the director of Ame Finance and Ame Finance Academy. I'm also a property investor. I have a portfolio of my own. But more importantly, I'm a finance broker, CMAP qualified. I've helped hundreds of clients to invest in property the traditional way, and of which I can see many of my clients on this call, many of my clients. I'm really encouraged to see them. But also, I've helped hundreds of people to acquire wealth through property with no money down. And that's what you've come here to listen to. So I've got vast experience in this. I'm also a former assistant head teacher. I've worked in schools across London. I see a couple of my students on the call. They're grown men and women now. And, you know, former owner of a preschool chain across London, across Brent, Redbridge and Newham. And lastly, a lecturer in finance as well, lecturing on property, lecturing on finance and so forth. What makes me unique in this area? Because there are several people that do similar workshops, you know, how to make money how to acquire wealth through property with no money down. However, there's absolutely nobody in this game who comes from a teaching background, so is able to teach this effectively, but is also a qualified financial broker or a mortgage broker. A lot of these guys, they're people that, yeah, they've bought a few properties and they've done very well. You know, they've probably got a high net worth in terms of property, but they don't actually, you know how the intricacies of brokering deals and the intricacies of, you know, different lenders and so forth. And that's where listening to a broker really comes in handy. So our mission is to educate people with a skill to, make money for the rest of their lives. And guys, if you look on the top right-hand corner, you will see the cash flow quadrant as designed by Robert Kiyosaki. And I'm not going to go into detail on this. On another call, I normally go into a lot of detail. But all you need to know is that there's 4 main ways of making money. And most people are here, in the employee and self-employed. In fact, 95% of people are there, you know, and that's where I was for a very long time. You know, I got caught up in this system where I was getting to the end of each month and things were a struggle. I was getting to the end of each month and there was hardly any money there. And I was growing frustrated. I was growing bitter because I'd worked hard. You know, I'd been to university. I had a really good job. I was an assistant head teacher. Yet if the boiler broke, or if the family went to go on holiday, if there were car repairs, I was just struggling. So I picked up a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I read that book and it blew my mind. Since reading that book, I became obsessed with creating passive income and residual income. And guys, you're here today to learn how you can make passive and residual income from property, you know? And I'm going to teach you how you can create systems where you can have a flow of money coming in, a flow of money coming in every single month for the rest of your life. Guys, the last time I ran this course, there were people that were able to get their first deal in the first 28 days and people that were able to replace their income within 90 days. Okay, I'm hoping that I can get some testimonies for you. But guys, this is real. And if you take on board what I'm saying, I'm telling you, you can create wealth. Just to note as well that we run another course on a Monday, 7:30 p.m. using this same link. And it looks at other ways in which you can create passive income. You should be obsessed with creating multiple sources of income. We're going to look at a few today. If you join us Monday, 7:30, if someone's invited you to this call, they will guide you. You will hear about the other ways in which you can make an income. So guys, just very quickly, I want you to just write down some of your financial goals for 2019. We're not going to share because I really want to get to the juice, but just write down your goals because it's so important that you write down your goals. Just by writing down your goals, you're more likely to achieve them. That's a fact, you know. Write down your financial goals. It could be to make £1 million this year. It could be to have an extra £200 at the end of each month. It could be to clear your debt. It could be to get on a property ladder. Whatever your goal is, please just write it down. Please do feel free to message me if I'm going too fast. And the next thing I want you to consider is, what is your why? What is your why? I was speaking to Kibbs. I've just seen your message, Kibbs, earlier, and he was telling me about his why, and he was telling me about his daughter. You know, telling me about he's got a young daughter, and he said, I'm coming on your call, Des, because I need to, you know, create this extra income, you know, for my daughter. Could be family, you know, that's a lot of people's whys. Your why could simply be that you're tired of your 9 to 5. You're tired of, like I was, getting to the end of each month, and it doesn't make sense. You're working hard, yet the ends don't meet. Your why is your why. And I want you to just write that down, please. So that brings me on to the agenda for today. Guys, we have an action-packed agenda. Please sit comfortably. If you haven't made yourself a cup of tea, if there's someone in your house, like a partner or someone like that, get them to make you a cup of tea. I want you to be comfortable. I want you to be hydrated. I want you to be ready to take in what we've got today. So we're going to be looking at rent to rent, the strategy rent to rent. We're going to be looking at multi-lets. Actually, I've moved multi-lets further down the list. Lease options, buy and flip, buy, refurbish and refinance, deal packing, getting started, and then we're going to finish with a little bit of mindset, and we will finish on time. Guys, this is going to be absolutely unbelievable. Guys, there's no upsell. There are many people that run courses like this, you know, and what they do is they give you a little taster. They won't give you the real nuggets. They'll just give you a little taster to pique your interest, and then they require you to attend their boot camp. You know, it's normally cost about £800. And then when you get to the boot camp, there'll be another upsell to their mentoring, you know, and their mentoring is a few £1,000s. Guys, I'm not knocking it, because you do need that kind of stuff. You know, you do need mentoring in this area. I'm not knocking it at all. And you know what? Even if you have to spend £20,000 on mentoring, the money that you make in property, it does pay for itself. So I'm not knocking that at all. I'm just not going to be doing that. I'm not going to be upselling you. You know, if I can add value to you, I will. You know, those of you that are my clients, those of you that are in my team, those of you that are part of my other business, you know, you will get this stuff, you know, just naturally, because you're just part of my team. You know, that's just how it works. So I won't be charging for any mentoring or anything like that. I'm going to be giving you practical hands-on stuff today, stuff that you can really just get up and just get started Monday morning. Let's just get started. And I'm going to challenge you guys. Guys, I'm going to need you to come outside your comfort zone. Some of the stuff that I'm going to go through today, you're going to have to come outside your comfort zone. If you thought that you're going to come on this call and there was going to be a web link, you clicked on it, and then you just acquired houses. You know, this is not that. You are going to have to come outside your comfort. You're not going to have to work that hard, but you just have to be willing to come outside your comfort zone. Okay, guys, let's get straight to it. Strategy number 1. I want you to write this down. This is a fire strategy. It's called rent to rent. And I'm going to be giving you the quick start, how you can get started in rent to rent. If you take on board what I'm about to tell you next with rent to rent, you can start making a residual income within 28 days. You can have your first property. Within 90 days, you can replace your income. Rent to rent. Invest using the rent to rent strategy. Some of you will be completely alien to this. People are making money on this up and down the country. This is serious, guys. Rent to rent is creating a lot of wealth. A lot of my clients are doing this now. I introduced it about 2 years ago, and people are making money from this. Guys, have a look at this graphic. Do you have info for people who already put money down or properties already? Yeah, I'll do a separate one for you guys that already have property already. This is for people no money down. But if you have money to put down, you know, we'll talk about that. Good question. I'll come on to that at the end. So guys, you're going to sit here. You are a manager, and you're going to sit in between the landlord and the tenant, or tenants, plural. Okay. So let's have a look. Let's have a look what we're talking about here. This is a great option for people with less than perfect credit rating. If your credit rating is not great, this is for you. I've got guys who have got very impaired credit rating, but are making 5, 6, 7K a month from this strategy alone, because you don't need a mortgage. There's no need to go through any rigorous credit checking. You can also use this strategy if you have bad debt or even CCJs. Okay, guys, we're at 98 people. This room is going to lock in 2 more people. Okay, this room is going to be locked. The only reason I'm giving you that warning is because if by accident you get disconnected, and then you try to come back on, it may not let you on. So please don't get disconnected. It could be a very, very unfortunate situation. Fantastic income stream. Very easy to get started. You can get your first one within 28 days. How does it work? Okay, first of all, you have what's known as accidental landlords. These are people who, they don't want to be landlords. Just take a moment to just understand that. Not everybody wants to be a landlord. You've got people that have moved in with their partner, and one of them has to give up their flat, and they don't want to sell it. They want to keep it, you know, for residual income and for asset growth and so forth. Guys, we're at 100 now, guys. Okay, the room is now locked. We've got 100 people. If for any reason you get locked off, you won't get back on. You just won't get back on. So please make sure your Wi-Fi is secure. Go and sit next to your Wi-Fi box or something like that, just to be on the safe side, guys. But we are at 100 people. We are at capacity. So these guys don't want to be landlords. They don't want to stress. You know, it might be that they've inherited the property. You know, it's your old flat. You've got married. Whatever the reason, you don't want to be a landlord. Just please take that in. Not everybody wants to be a landlord. There are some people that do not want the hassle of being a landlord. Sometimes being a landlord is not for everyone. They're too busy. They want someone to take the stress away from them. The laws, there's restrictions. If I had more time, I would share a story with you about how one of my properties, who's on this call that can testify? I wonder if Damien's on this call. One of my properties, unknown to me, got turned into a brothel. Would you believe it? Absolutely unbelievable. You know, big hassle for me. Big hassle. You know, some people just you have to really keep on top of things. You have to make sure that you don't have illegal immigrants in your property, as you could be fined. So because of this, you know, some landlords, they don't want the hassle. So that's where you come in. You come in to solve this problem. Guys, we're problem solvers. I want you to remember that. Everything I'm teaching you now is about being a problem solver. So then what you're doing is you're guaranteeing these landlords rent for a fixed period of time. It could be 12, 24, or 36 months. 1, 2, or 3 years. Okay, you're going to guarantee the rent. That's going to be music to their ears. That's all they want. They just want their rent. And you're going to guarantee them that rent. And this is how you're going to do that. They want the security of their rent. You're going to provide that. And you are going to take the property off of them. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to give you the practical nuggets of how you're going to do that. And then what you're going to do is rent by the room. Okay, in the industry, we call it an HMO, a home of multiple occupancy. And the reason why you do this is because there's more money in it for you if you rent by the room. Okay, that is very, very important that you understand that. So you're going to rent to professionals or students, and you're going to rent by the room. Okay, there's an option to run it via Airbnb or serviced accommodation. So let me just give you a very quick scenario. Okay, imagine, if you will. Okay, let's work through the scenario. You've got a landlord. Okay, and they are saying that they would like to rent. They're renting a property for £1,000. I'm going to show you how you're going to find these deals as well. I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to find these deals. So they want to rent the property for £1,000 a month. You're gonna come along and say, yep, that's absolutely fine. I'm gonna take over that property, and you're gonna get your £1,000 a month. If you're skilled at negotiating, you can often negotiate a good discount. A lot of my clients that are doing this, they negotiate a discount. So because remember, you're guaranteeing the rent. So because you're doing that, you know, they've got that guarantee. So you could probably bring that down to 900. But for the purpose of this illustration, we're going to keep it at 1,000. Now, in this house, we have bedroom 1, we have bedroom 2, and we have bedroom 3. We also have the living room, kitchen, and a bathroom. Okay, so in this scenario, we only have to give the landlord 1,000 a month, and we've got 3 bedrooms, and we've got a living room as well. So in this scenario, what you would be doing is converting the living room into a bedroom. Guys, this can be done very, very easily. Okay, often you can do this with, you know, zero to you know, very minimum funds. You know, what do you need? A bed and a wardrobe. Okay, to go and obviously to remove anything that's in the bedroom. A lot of stuff you can get on Gumtree. You'll be surprised about the stuff that you can get on Gumtree. Next free, you know, you can get a lot of stuff for free on Gumtree. You can get a lot of stuff next to nothing. But let's do the maths. So bedroom 1, okay, imagine this scenario. We're renting bedroom 1 for 3. I'm going to be very modest here. 300. Actually, in fact, let's say 400. Bedroom 2, 400. Bedroom 3, 400. Just keeping the figures nice and round. So we've got 1,200 already, and then we've converted the living room as well. So let's say that's another 400. Just keeping the figures round. So that's 1,600 that we've got here. Okay. Now we have to obviously pay the landlord the £1,000. We're left with 600. Okay. Give or take council tax, you know, and things like that. Okay, you could be making here a good £400 of deal. This example I've just given you is actually, you know, me being very conservative. The average on a rent to rent, if you research this as well, the average on rent to rent, you can get anywhere from £800 to £1,000 residual, passive income coming in every single month. What does HMO stand for? HMO stands for home of multiple occupancy. Whenever you have a house where there's no living room, the living room is being converted into a bedroom, that is a home of multiple occupancy. So you need a special license for this as well. Okay, so you just apply through the council. I can talk you through all of this. You know, the license is very easy to get. This is where the money's at. The money is in HMOs. You will rent to professionals. You will rent to students. Any estate agent will take this off your hands, or you can advertise it privately. So what we have here is your marketing and sourcing. I'll come on to that later. And then you need a signed management agreement. This is very important. You're going to have a management agreement between you and the landlord, okay? A signed management agreement. If you need one of these, just speak to me. They can cost, you know, about $350, but I've got copies of these. My clients have been doing this for years. A signed management agreement. Remember, you're not the owner of the property. You're sitting in the middle, okay? This agreement will sit between you and the landlord, and it's an agreement to say that you're managing the property and you're going to pay them £1,000 a month when you're making, you know, you could be making £2,000 a month. The figures I gave earlier were very conservative. Small renovation. The renovation, again, could cost zero. If you use Gumtree and, you know, hand-me-downs from family and stuff like that, it will cost you next to nothing. So why use rent to rent? Very little capital, £0 to a few £100s. Guys, I'm not exaggerating. I've got clients that have literally done this with no money down. Often, you know, the HMO is already set up and ready. You may find a deal where it's already an HMO. It's just that the guy or the lady doesn't want the hassle. So they're happy for you to just take it over because you're guaranteeing the rent, okay? However, you know, if you do have to make it an HMO, you're looking at a few £100s. Excellent return on investment. Fantastic return on investment. No mortgage required. None of that rigmarole required for a mortgage. No solicitor, no surveyor needed, and so forth. You can replace your income in 90 days. Guys, if you're serious, you could get your first deal, you know, within 28 days. And I'm exaggerating. You know, I've had clients do this, get their first deal, you know, way within 28 days. And I'm going to show you how to get the deals very shortly. Okay. That is rent to rent. Any questions on rent to rent? Okay, so if you've got a living room that leads into the kitchen, so the tenant doesn't have privacy, that's an issue. That is an issue. So you've got three options. You can either walk away from that deal because it doesn't suit your budget. Because really, if you had a bit of money, I always say don't invest too much of your own money into a rent to rent, because at the end of the day, it's not your property, you know. So don't go doing anything drastic. In an ideal world, you would do a partition. So my mum is very good at this as well. She does partitions all the time. So you do a little partition wall, and that's it solved. But again, that's money, you know. So something like that, you'd either walk away or you could negotiate with the landlord. So that applies to all renovations, by the way. So if there's a bed to buy, a wardrobe to buy, a partition wall that's needed, you know, you can negotiate with the landlord. You can say, look, here's my proposal. You know, I say that we go halves on this cost, or I actually say that you pay for it altogether. You know, a lot of this is going to come down to your negotiation skills. If you do need help with these negotiations, you know, I can definitely, you know, help you with that. That's not a problem. But there's many cases where the landlord will pay because they know that, you know, they're going to be getting something out of it as well. But yeah, in that scenario, partition wall or just walk away from the deal. There are hundreds of these deals, by the way. These are not few and far between. They're everywhere. I've got clients doing this on a daily basis. Lease, rent to rent is a very, very popular income stream. That was a really good question. Where could I go to get the management agreement? You can either go online. You can speak to a solicitor. Once you have it for life. It's the same agreement. I'm sure even if you look deep enough online, you could get one for free. I have some. If you come to me, I will give you one absolutely free of charge. No problem at all. Once you have the agreement, it's yours. It's yours for life. You know, you don't have to worry about, you know, going to. It's not that you have to go to a solicitor and pay every time. You just get it, and then it's yours, and you keep it. Those of you that have tenants already, you know about ASTs. Once you have an AST and a short hold tenancy agreement, you use it all the time. You know, it's a soft copy. Where are you able to find these properties? I'm going to come on to that, Mark. I'm going to come on to that. I'm going to show you how to find, guys, I'm going to show you how to find these deals. Listen, I want to create a pipeline for you guys, if that's all right. I want to create a pipeline so that you just have these deals coming in all the time. Would that be nice? Would that be useful if I showed you how to get a pipeline? We can find the deals. Where do you find the landlords? It says, where do you say to, well, what do you say to landlords? I'm going to come on, do I cover that? Okay, I don't cover what you say to landlords, but it will be very much the case of, look, find out, remember, we're problem solvers. If you remember that we are problem solvers, it will make your conversation with landlords very easy, okay? I may even run another course later where we go deeper into conversations with estate agents and deeper into conversations with landlords, and we can do role plays and stuff like that. I've done workshops before where we do role plays, but essentially we're solving problems. So they have a problem. They're an accidental landlord, or they've got a property that they don't want to manage. We're solving that problem, you know? So it's very much a case of, if I can promise you £900 a month for the next, 2 years, would you be interested in me managing the property? You're solving a problem. What's your email for that? My email is des@amefinance.com. Anything generic can go to admin@amefinance.com. I'm very excited about this. Good. Okay, brilliant. So I'm assuming there's no more questions on rent to rent, so I'm going to move on to the next one. Guys, you know me already. My door's open. Those of you that are part of my team, anything rent to rent, I'm here for you. Guys, if you get a rent to rent deal, all I ask is that you go on my Facebook page and then you write that you've got your first deal. Guys, I can't wait for you to get your first rent-to-rent deal. This is incredible. I know I'm only scratching the surface, but I'm hoping I've planted a seed now, guys, where we can discuss this further and go into more detail. Rent-to-rent, incredible residual income. Imagine you're making £800 on one deal. Then you've got another one, make another 800. How long before you've replaced your income? How long? It only takes 3 or 4 deals and the average person has replaced their income. Guys, so many of my clients have gone full-time rent to rent. Unbelievable. If you do a deal for 24 months and it's going bad afterwards, can you end the agreement or not? Yeah, it's not actually that legally binding. So, so it's not, it's legally binding from the sense that, you get all the advantages. So the landlord, can't stitch you up. But if for any reason, you need to come out of it, it's all about having a reasonable conversation. When you say things going wrong, what do you envisage? That them people not paying the rent and stuff. People not paying the rent, that's a conversation that we need to have. There are things that you can do to ensure rent is paid, ensuring that you've got a deposit and that deposit is kept in a very safe place. I'll come on to that, on another training session, so that, people, if you're dealing with, that's why I say deal with professionals. Deal with professionals. I only deal with professionals, apart from obviously the scanty clad ladies that were in the brothel. But I only deal with professionals now. I've learned my lesson. I only deal with professionals. All my tenants are professional. So that's what I'd always recommend. What about repairs to the property and so forth? Yeah, guys, you're making a residual here. So do budget for repairs, your agreement with the landlord is up to you. If you have an agreement whereby the landlord is still responsible for repairs, then that's absolutely fine. But you're going to have to maybe dip into your pot, for the odd toilet. I'm not a glorified handyman, so I have a guy. I'm going to come on to later about how you have a power team, and part of your power team, you have your guy, your person who, your super, your person who kind of does all that, and you pay them for that. This is the last question I'm going to take, so we need to move on. So my understanding is, if you get a deal, you need to take over the property, rent each room individually, including the living room, collecting money in between the landlord and the clients. Yeah, absolutely spot on. You get paid. So the tenants pay you, you pay the landlord. Okay? This is a business. There's no business that's risk-free. I wish there was, but what I will tell you that this is a very good business, a very profitable business, and the risks are minimal. If you've got professionals, if you're not dealing with professionals, then, more for you, because it's tough. Students are okay. Students are good. I like students, but professionals are the best. Okay, let's move on. So lease options. Lease options is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It came out just after the credit crunch. There was a bit of frustration because, guys, those of you that are old enough to remember mortgages and getting properties before the credit crunch, it was such a beautiful world. People were nodding and I can see people's backs. I see Nikki smiling. It was a beautiful, beautiful world. You just had to walk into a bank and say, I'd like a mortgage, please. And they say, how much do you earn? And you say, I earn 80,000. And they go, okay, cool, sign here. People were getting houses for fun. Yeah, like, pick a mix in Woolworths. People were just getting houses for fun. Literally, I'm not even exaggerating. And they wouldn't even just give you a mortgage. They'll give you like 120%. So you had 100% and you had an extra 20% to do up the house. Those days are over. Let's move on. But lease options came out because it was really hard for people to get on the ladder and people looking for creative ways. So let me just go through lease options real quick. Lease options it's an amazing strategy where you rent a property from a vendor/seller. If I say vendor, I mean seller. Okay. Slightly different from rent to rent. And let me explain why. And again, remember, I'm scratching the surface for us to talk about it deeper on a one-to-one session later on, or for you to go off and do your independent research. I'm just giving you value, guys. I'm not here to sell you onto anything. If you go off and then say, I like lease options, I want to know more about it, I'm going to buy a book on it, I'm going to go on a course. Fantastic. Just give me some credit on my page where you can. That's it. That's all I ask. So got that one. It could just be, so it's an amazing strategy where you rent a property from the vendor. It could be just to cover their mortgage payment. So these people, they just want enough money to cover their mortgage payment. And I'll explain why. However, you also have an option, but not the obligation. You have the option. This is really key. Write this down. You have the option, but not the obligation to purchase the property at some point in the future at an agreed price. Lease options, my clients that have got this, they're in such a great position. I'm going to show you how you're going to find these deals, guys, so don't worry. Okay, it's just enough. So you need to pay them enough to cover the mortgage payment. However, you have the option, but not the obligation to purchase the property at some point in the future. This is great for people that are trying to get on the property ladder, but they're just not in a position to do so just yet. And they want to get the property. And so what you're doing is you're taking control of the property. You're taking full control legally. The value of the building, when I say building the property, the value of the property in 5 years could be worth considerably higher than the price that you've agreed, creating massive, massive wealth. So why do lease options? And I'm gonna explain it in more detail. Again, accidental landlords. They're either accidental landlords or they don't want the hassle. Please know, these guys are there in abundance. There are so many landlords like this. They don't want the hassle. But they also don't want a below market value offer. They don't want you to come in and say, I want to buy it really cheap. That's not them. We're going to come on to that later. But this is not those guys. They also don't want to rent it with an agent, and they don't want to manage it themselves. Often, and I'd say 90% of the time, the people that you're going to get a lease option from are people who are about to be repossessed. They're about to be repossessed, and they just, they don't want the house to go. Because when you're about to be repossessed, time is of the essence. Timing is of the essence. You haven't got time. You've either got to act quickly, or you are going to lose your house. Imagine a scenario like that where you've lost the house. You've lost your dream house. You don't want that to happen. You haven't got time for a sale to go through. Maybe not. But you're going to present a solution to their problem. You're going to present a solution to their problem. And that solution is a lease option. Because what you're doing is saying, hey, I'm going to take over your mortgage payments. And you know what? If in some cases you might have to, if you've got the money, some of you have got a bit more money than others. Some of you want complete zero, no money down deals. And guys, I'm going to give you value. You guys are going to get incredible value today. But there's also some of you that have got maybe a little bit of money, maybe a couple of thousand, not huge, but a little bit. So there are some lease options. Those of you that want the juicy lease options, you might have to, for example, say, look, how much are you in arrears by? You know what? A month's rent. A month's mortgage payments. Okay, you know what? If I clear your arrears, yeah, I've got a proposal. So that's your way in. You're gonna get them out of a mess. Guys, I don't want to come across like we're sharks. We're not sharks, we're problem solvers. Because these are people that genuinely need solutions. Stop laughing, Nikki. They genuinely need solutions. We are solving their problems. They're about to have their home repossessed. You are an angel. You are, you know, flying in you're riding in on a white horse. You're going to clear their arrears, and you're going to say, right, I'm going to take over your mortgage payments. I'm going to make sure they're paid on time. So now you're not in trouble with the bank anymore. And we're going to come out of your arrears. And maybe you can, if I can get involved at this point if you need me to, or you can do this. But what they need to do is contact their bank and set up, you know, a payment plan so they can come out of their arrears. We get the payment plan in place, and then, you know, you're going to take over the payments. Now, what have people saying, where are these people? I'm going to come on to that. Don't worry about that. Now, what happens is they need to move on. So they need to move on for many reasons. Remember, they were about to have their house repossessed. So they probably already made plans to move on. They need to go and stay with their parents. They need to go and stay, you know, with a friend. They need to move on. This doesn't work if they stay in a property. They have to just move on. They can stay in there, but it can be a bit murky if they stay in a property. You're going to offer them a lease option, which is the best of both worlds. You will pay the full market value 2, 3, 5 years down the line, depending on what you put in your lease option. Okay, it could be 2 years down the line, it could be 3 years down the line, it could be 5 years down the line. You're gonna have the option to, remember, all of the powers with you. You have the option, but not the obligation. If you're like, in 2, 3 years time, I don't want to buy it now, that's fine. But you have the option. That's how the agreement. This is a legally binding document. You can agree. Sometimes I've got some clients, they've got me involved, and, you know, they agreed to split the profits. You know, if you've agreed to sell it for, you've agreed to buy it for 300,000, and then when it comes to it, the house is actually worth 400,000. You know, you can agree that, you know what, when you go to sell it on the open market, you could agree that the difference, you know, you can split and keep 50-50. It's up to you. This is an agreement that you can come to, or you can be hardcore and say, you know what, I want it at that price, and that's fine. They have to adhere to that. But if you need a sweetener, because some people may be like, if I agree to sell it to you at this price, they're thinking caps on, but it's going to be worth a lot more. I always try to bring them back to the point that, you know, like you're actually doing them a favor, that they're about to be repossessed. But you can, if you're feeling generous, offer them, you know, some sort of sweetener. You have the option, but not the obligation to buy the property. Very important. You take over the mortgage payments. You will sign a lease option agreement. I have copies. Yeah, I do this, you know. Okay, I've slowed down on these now. I'll probably do about 2 or 3 a month. You know, I do at 2 or 3 months. My clients do this in abundance. And you have to pay. Wait for it. Do you ever hear people say, I've just bought a house for £1? This is what they're talking about, lease options. So you have to pay £1, because it doesn't become a legally binding agreement until you pay money. And what's the lowest you can pay? Well, the lowest you can pay is £1. You have to pay £1. You sign the agreement. A solicitor does need to be involved in this, but not hugely. You know, a solicitor witnesses it and so forth. Where do you find these deals? I'm going to show you how to get these deals. I'm going to show you how to get these deals. So don't worry, Dre, I've got you. Oh, and look at that next thing. I'm going to show you how to get these deals. I will show you how to get this. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to just pump you up and not show you. I'm going to give you all the juice today, guys. Okay. Any questions on lease options apart from where are the deals and where are these people? Any questions on lease options? We're still locked in at 100 people. We're at capacity. There's people messaging me asking how they can get onto this call. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, it's just popping off. Guys, you got on. That's it. You're here. You got on. You done the wise thing. Hopefully, they'll get on to the next one. If any of your people didn't make it on the call, apologize on my behalf. You know, it's capped at 100 for a reason, and hopefully they'll get on to the next one. Hopefully there'll be a next one. Yes, please summarize the concept of lease options. Absolutely. Lease options is where you are helping people to move on with their lives. More often than not, they're about to be repossessed, or they're in a sticky situation, and they don't want to lose the house, and they don't have time to do another option. That's the key. They don't have time to do another option because they're about to be repossessed. So what you're doing is you're riding in on a white horse and saying, I'm going to sort things out. It really helps if you can be flexible and you're able to If you can't clear their arrears, which, let's be honest, that's a bit of an ask, then you need to be able to help them to clear their arrears. If you want to get, I'm skilled at this. I'm very skilled. Okay, I'm an authority on this subject. I can work with them, with their mortgage company. I work with mortgage companies every day. It's my bread and butter. So I will work with their mortgage company. A lot of them know me and they trust me. A lot of the mortgage companies I'm in finance is a whole of market mortgage broker. There's not a lender in this country that I've not worked with. Simple, period. And I know most of the underwriters. I know most of the, the directors. I play golf with a lot of the directors. So getting an agreement in place so that they can buy some time is not a problem. You don't even need to get me involved to do that. Most lenders, because what happened after the credit crunch, without going into too much detail, is that the FSA, as it was called then, got shut down and the FCA opened up. And they're there to protect people. So now, any of you that got mortgages, if you ever fall into arrears, just call your mortgage company and say, I'm struggling. And they will give you, either a payment holiday or they will give you a payment plan. They're very, very, I need to teach you, they're very, very flexible now, mortgage companies. Don't get me wrong, you can't just not pay forever. Yeah, you can't just not pay forever. But they will give you, cut you a break or give you a payment plan, stuff like that. And then you are having an agreement, a legally binding agreement that says you are taking over the mortgage payments. You don't have to give them any more than a mortgage payment, because remember, they were about to be repossessed. You're taking over the mortgage payments. Please ensure that those mortgage payments are paid on time. And then you ensure that they're paid on time. They move on. They have to move on. I've got clients that let them stay. You can do that, but I would always recommend that you move them on. And I don't mean that in a harsh way. It's just the reality of the situation. If I've got more time, I'll explain why. But they need to move on. And then now what you do, you could move in. I've got clients do this because they can't get on a property ladder for whatever reason. So they move in. So you can move in, taking over the mortgage, knowing that in 2 years' time, you're going to own it. It gives you 2 years to sort yourself out, get your mortgage sorted, clear your any bad credit that you've got. It's a fantastic way to get on a property ladder. Or you can rent it out to tenants. You can even do what I said earlier and do an HMO, home of multiple occupancy, convert the living room into a bedroom and make so much money. Mortgage payments are normally very low, especially if they're residential, especially if it's, it's a way into the mortgage. So like they're about 10 years into the mortgage. So the payments are really low. So imagine you're only paying £400 a month mortgage payments, but your rental income is 2,500. You can start to see how making an income from this is very, very doable. Can I have a spreadsheet emailed to me, please? Yeah, Terry, I've got you. Just message me after this. I'm not sure what spreadsheet you mean, but spreadsheet. Yeah, whatever spreadsheet you need, no problem at all. Okay, so buy and flip. This is my favorite one. I love this. I love buy and flip. Buy and flip is one of my favorite things to do personally. I love doing this. I love when my clients do this. I love being involved in buy and flips. The reason why I love buying flips is because I don't know about you, but I like making a big chunk of money. If you like making like 40K, 50K, 60K, bam, into your account, 80K, bam. I love that. I love that. I love looking at my account and seeing like 40K, 50K. And I don't mean it in an arrogant way. I mean that because it just helps. It takes the pressure off a few things. Buy and flip, you can have big chunks just going bang, bang, bang into your account. Whereas rent to rent is more for having that consistent residual income coming in. 2,000. One of my clients did this. When I was a teacher, one of my teacher friends did this. They were a teacher. No, sorry, they weren't even a teacher. They were a TA, making, I think, 1,300 a month. And they were making 3,000 a month on their rent to rent. And it was just insane. This is like more big lump sums. Move on to your next project. Buy and flip. Okay, what's buy and flip? You're going to buy properties below market value. BMV. If I use the term BMV again, you know that it's below market value. Between 20 to 30%. And you're going to sell them on at full market value for a quick profit. Guys, I'm not here to hype you up. Let me be clear. I'm not here to hype you up. I'm here because my clients do this on a daily basis. I share the office with Bryony and Travis. They hear me all the time on the phone, you know, doing these deals. You know, I've got clients doing these deals. They're done on a daily basis. People are doing this. People are doing this. So it's either you join the party or you just keep watching other people do it. I love mentoring people, you know, to do their first deal. Because seeing is believing. When you do your first one and then 40K goes into your account, your eyes pop out your head. The first person I mentored was when I was working at, anyway, that's a by-the-by story. But guys, this is happening. So example, property is worth 300K. You get it for 225. I'm going to show you how and why you get the properties and how you get them. Don't worry about that. You get it for 225 and then you sell it on the open market for 300K because that's the actual value. The actual value is 300K. You just got it cheaper. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Guys, everyone on this call can do this. Every single person. I'm going to show you how. Guys, if you're excited about buy and flip, can you give me some fire, please? Just give me a little bit of fire. A little bit of fire. If you're excited about buy and flip, if you're excited about getting that pow, big lump sums coming into your account. I see the fire coming in. I see the fire. Guys, the reality is a lot of you are going to be fired up and you're not going to take some of the advice I'm giving you. I hope you do, because this I love seeing people make money. If there's one thing I love, it's people making money. You know, that's why I love doing my Zoom call on Mondays, Monday 7:30 on this same link. I do a webinar showing people, imagine this, you're able to make money from money. You're able to make money in the same way that the banks make money. I teach that on a Monday, 7:30. If you've been invited to this call by someone else and they're part of my team, then, you know, they can tell you more about it as well. But it's incredible. I love it when people make money. That is probably one of my greatest joys. You know, when you get your first buy and flip, call me. Let's be happy together. All right, guys. Okay. You get a discount because you're dealing with motivated sellers. I want you to write that down, please, guys. That's a key term for today. You are dealing with motivated sellers. Guys, people are really upset that they didn't get on this call. Guys, people are really, really upset. I feel bad, but we're locked in at 100, guys. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but you guys made it. That's all that matters. Guys, we're dealing with motivated sellers, or we're dealing with people whose property is distressed. I'm going to explain all of this, so don't worry. Okay. Motivated sellers, or their property is distressed. Motivated sellers. Okay. Here's the juice. I'm giving you the juice. They can only deal with cash buyers. Guys, here's the exciting news. I'm going to make every single one of you a cash buyer. You're all going to be cash buyers. I'm going to explain how you're going to be. I'm going to give you practical solutions to being a cash buyer. So don't worry about it. I don't want anyone to message me saying, but I'm not a cash buyer. You're a cash buyer. Why are you a cash buyer? Because I said you're a cash buyer. You are a cash buyer, and I'm going to explain how you're a cash buyer very, very soon. They're going to deal with you because you're a cash buyer. You're going to be one. We're going to get these properties below market value. Guys, I do this in my sleep. I do this. Who's on this call, actually? Let me just quickly scroll. Just bear with me. See if I can get a testimony. I want to see if I can get a buy, if I can get a flip testimony. See, a lot of my guys that do this, they obviously they know the strategies already, so they may not have come on. I see some of my clients. I see Nina on here. I see Nikki on here. These are my clients for properties. Oh, no, Naomi, the nurse. Guys, people are calling me. There's nothing I can do. Anyway, you know, that's neither here nor there. All right, let's go. Let's move on. Questions. What is a motivated seller? What is a motivated? So these are rhetorical, by the way. You don't have to answer that. What is a motivated seller, and how do you find motivated sellers? These are questions that you're probably asking yourself. I want to make sure that so I'm still scrolling to see if I can give you a testimony, because I know sometimes hearing and seeing is believing. Hearing and seeing is believing. And don't worry. Let's carry on. So how do you find motivators? I'm gonna show you 3 ways to find motivated sellers. When I show you how to find motivated sellers, I'm actually telling you how you're gonna find rent-to-rent people, how you're gonna find the leasehold people, because it's all the same thing. Yeah, it's all the same thing. How can I be a cash buyer? I thought this was no money down. Am I in the wrong room? No. You're a cash buyer. Don't worry. You're a cash buyer. I'm gonna teach you how to be a cash buyer. So it's all good. So what's a motivated seller? Let's get right to it. Take notes on the next slide, but you don't have to write all of them. A motivated seller is somebody that has to move on very quickly. Very similar to the lease option situation, but not as urgent. Like the lease option situation is like they're about to be repossessed like literally within a week. You know, they don't have time. But look at this group of people. Let's have a look at these guys. Let's have a look. So what we got here? We've got people that are getting divorced. If you're getting divorced, the last thing you want is a long drawn out sales process. Guys, the average mortgage, some of my clients are on here, the average mortgage takes months. Naomi is on this call. Naomi, I met Naomi on Friday. We went to the TE training, and she was upset. My mortgage. I've done my part. I got her the mortgage. I got the mortgage yonks ago. But the process is so long. You've got to, put them. Okay, from a seller's point of view, you got to put the house on the market. Then it's on the market. Then the estate agent's got to find you someone. You got all of these nonsense viewings, people coming in, asking nonsense questions. You got to deal with all that rubbish, and then eventually get a buyer. They have to sort out their mortgage. Then you got to deal with solicitors. Guys, it's long. If you're getting a divorce, you just want to separate, and you just want everyone chops up and gets their money. Inheritance. People, the amount of meetings that I've sat in some awkward family meetings where inheritance is there, and everyone wants to go one way. Inheritance is very awkward because the siblings just want the money. They don't want a long drawn out process. They just want to chop up the money. 20k, 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 50k, whatever. They just want to chop it up. Repossession. We spoke about repossession. Moving quickly. People just want to move quickly. They found their dream home. Is Vanessa on the call? Vanessa found her dream home. She called me. Found her dream home. But you want to move quickly. You haven't got time. These are motivated. They're motivated to sell quickly. There's been a death in the family. You need to raise money quickly. Guys, remember, we're not sharks. We're not sharks. We are problem solvers. We discover their why, and then we offer a solution. They're moving out of the area for whatever reason. Witness protection. I've had one witness protection one. I don't know if they were lying, but that's what they said. I don't know. That's what they told. That's what they said. They're moving out the area very quickly. They want to finance a business. Guys, raising funds. Raising funds. Do you know how many people? Me and Travis were in the office when I had a trader. I had a trader who developed a strategy for making £1,000 a day. Yeah, they're actually from the academy, from the AME Finance Academy. They found a way to make £1,000 a day, but they just didn't have the capital. They knew that if they were catching a certain amount of pips each day. It was only about, okay, anyway, I'm getting way too technical, but the bottom line is they had a strategy, and they knew if they had like a lump sum, they could make £1,000 a day. Because those of you that trade know that if you've got a lump sum, you can make money trading easily. So they wanted to sell their house very quickly. And Travis and I we were on, anyway, we were trying to sell this house really quickly so they could get the funds so they could make this money, So these things happen. And those of you that are interested in trading and stuff like that, we can talk offline about that. Bad neighbors, losing your job, change of the law, inheritance tax, downsizing, bigger family, distance, kids going to university. There are so many reasons, okay? The main one is repossession, divorce. Finance for a business is a big one. Finance for, especially if it's not their home. If it's like their buy-to-let home and it's just like a business for them, they don't mind. There's been many times when I've wanted to start a business and I thought about selling one of my flats. Quick cash injection, sell a flat, quick 100k, pull it into a business. So that happens all the time. And you want it, imagine a business opportunity fell in your lap, and I know Travis is probably smiling because he knows what I'm thinking about right now in terms of this. Imagine a business opportunity falls into your lap. A business opportunity falls into your lap and you need the money quickly. You're motivated to sell your house. Guys, listen, let me explain to you why people don't mind selling quickly. Because property value is relative. If you've bought, I remember when I bought my first flat, I bought it for 131, and the I bought it for 131, and when I was buying it, the guy told me that he bought it for, I think, 40k. I felt sick. I was like, nah, this guy's making a quick like 90k. Nah, I don't like it. I was getting all like hot and bothered for no reason. And that's the reality. I mean, if you bought a house and it's got so much equity, and you're gonna lose a little 20, 40k, you don't mind. Everyone wants to get the best deal possible, of course they do. But when you're a motivated seller, you don't mind because you're making loads of money. You probably made about 200k on that property. These are motivated guys. I want you to just trust me on something. These guys are everywhere. They're everywhere. These motivated sellers are everywhere. Where do you find them? I'm going to tell you. I'll do it for time. Not very good. How did that get to 9 o'clock so quickly? All right, guys, I have to rattle through. How do you find motivated sellers? First things first, you're going to have to go professional. Yeah, become a professional. You are now a property person. Go professional. Set up a limited company. It can be, Lavinia Properties. It can be Nikki Knows Now, man, whatever it is. Okay, you set up a limited company. Go to company's house, set up a company. It costs about £35 to set up a company. Register it. Have a secretary. Don't have a secretary. It doesn't matter anymore. They changed the rules. Be professional. Have a website. Let's have a look at some of these websites real quick. Wait 1 second. Let's have a look at just 3 quick websites. I just want to show you so you get the gist. Guys, websites are not expensive these days. They're really not. You're talking about £200 if you're using like a templated one. Can everyone see those? Nikki, give me a thumbs up, please. All right, so we've got this one here. Property investment professionals. In fact, let me just show you one because we're running out of time. I'll just show you this one. Network. Guys, write down this address, networkpropertybuyers.co.uk. Just model your website on this one. This is like a really good one. And effectively, your website is going to be a one-stop shop for rent to rent, lease options, buy and flip, everything. You're going to have a one-stop shop website. You're going to be professional. Okay. I'm not going to go through this website because I think you've all written down that address. Networkpropertybuyers.co.uk. Just get this back for you. And I'm going to assume you can still see my PowerPoint unless you tell me otherwise. So have a website. And now branding, guys. Branding is very important. I'm very honored and privileged to be partnered with nikkiknowsnow.com. Make a note of that. She's a branding expert. She helps me with my branding. You don't have to use Nikki, but if you want to have like if you want to be really serious with your branding, hit her up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she's doing a 40%. Shake your head if it's not 40% the discount. A 40% discount right now. You want to get that figure wrong. But you have to mention I'm a Finance Academy if you go to her to get the 40% off. Otherwise, you're just going to get the standard prices that she does. Use good advertising to get traffic. So now you've got your website. Yay, you've got a website. Yeah, that's great. But now you've got to get traffic to it. Otherwise, you're just a website, You've got to get traffic to your site. So use social media. Use Facebook advertising. There's a company called Lumable. Mark, who's on the call. Mark, runs his company. He's a, social media guru. He runs his own company. He will just get traffic to your site. Very cost effective. Very, very cost effective. Google AdWords. He does that as well, actually. Google AdWords. Referrals. Guys, networking. I said you're going to have to come outside your comfort zone. If you're serious about this, network. Let people know what you do. Have business cards at the ready. When you're at networking events, be very purposeful and very confident about what you do. Yeah, I'm into property. My company, we do rent to rents. We do buy. Be very confident about what you do when you're networking. Let everybody know what you do. Just drop it in there. I'm not sure if I went to dinner yesterday with some friends and, there's a guy sitting next to him. I'm very confident about what I do. I'm not a part-time whatever. I'm this guy. You're now that guy. It's not you're now that lady. You're very confident. This is what I do. So people buy into what you're doing. Radio adverts. Mariah, I think it's on this call. Mariah has a radio station. She'll happily radio ads, £10 a week. She just told me just now, £10 a week. So you can hit up Mariah. If you get in touch with me, I'll put you in touch with her. She'll do radio ad. She'll do a cheap radio ad for you. You know, radio adverts, leafleting. Here's a trick that one of my clients did, and it worked perfectly. I thought it was crazy at the time, but it was great. They done bumper stickers. You can get them made up at like Vistaprint, or if anyone does bumper stickers, let me know and I'll promote your business. And then they got like businesses and taxis and stuff to ride along with their bumper sticker, but with like a little code. So then when people rang up to do a deal, a buy and flip, whatever it was, they'd give that person £500 like a reward. Guys, when you're doing a buy and flip and you're making up 40K, you don't mind giving people, 500 here, 1,000 here. What we've got here? We do business cards as well. Mark says he does business cards. Who is this person? I want to know their strategy. I'm smiling. Why are you smiling? Business cards and a logo. Mark does that. £10 a week for the radio adverts. Oh, they have a follow. Okay, so Mariah's radio station has a following of 4,000 listeners a week. Wow, unbelievable. Anything else I'm missing, guys? How you can promote your website? How you can promote your website? It's just traditional methods. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. Just traditional methods to promote your website. Promote your website. Tell people about what you are doing. Okay, let's move on. Method number 2. That's method number 1. Method number 2, auctions. Auctions are a very good way to find below market value properties. Why? Because the banks have repossessed these properties and now they're selling them very, very cheap. Very, very cheap. I used to love going to auctions. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And you don't have to buy in London either. You can buy it all around the country. My wife buys houses in Scotland. My wife buys houses in Scotland that she's not even seen. Yeah, I'm not sure it's on this call. She buys houses that she's not even seen. You can buy houses that you don't even have to look at them. She just sends anyway, buy the buy. But you don't focus on London. There is a world outside of the M25. A lot of people forget that. There actually is. There's Birmingham, such places. You get some good deals outside of London. But the ones in London are juicy. I'm not gonna lie to you. So research your area. Research the ones in your area. Guys, research the auction place in your area. They can get a bit competitive. There's some you go to and like the prices go so high, it's like it's not even a below market value do anymore. So be careful. And be careful of prices that are not below. They look like they're below market value, but they're not. It's deceptive because it actually needs a lot of work. So it's below market value because it needs a lot of work. So it's not actually below market value. It's actually at value. So they might say, oh, it's worth this when all the work's done to it. But actually you want a below market value deal. So here's the trick. Before you go to the auction, they normally release the information that they're going to be auctioning. So that gives you a chance to jump on Zoopla, to jump on Rightmove, and you do your due diligence about the area. How much is that house worth? What repairs are needed to the house? You're going to get some gems. I promise you. If you go to auctions, you will get some gems. So research the auctions in your area. Guys, method number 3. Estate agents. They are going to be your new best friend. They are going to be your new best friend. Let me see if I've got Gary on this call. Gary with 2 R's, not to be confused with Gary with 1 R. Gary, if you're on this call, just send me a little message, please. Because I did want to plug you as well. If you're not on the call, or if Gary's wife's on the call, can you let me know? Guys, when I say they're going to be your new best friends, I mean they're going to be your new best friends. Now, when I started looking for deals, I was like playing golf with my estate agent. I was finding creative ways to just like hang out with them. These guys, yeah, you need. Okay, let me explain something, right? Estate agents, even what's his name? Why Victor should be on this call. Estate agents have the deals that they have in the window. The ones that you see in the window, forget about them. They're the ones that the general public see. Everyone sees those deals. And then they have a list. Yeah. Then they have their deals. Estate agents are the best people to help you find these deals. Let me say again. Estate agents are the best people to find you these deals. Every single estate agent has a below the table list of properties. They don't put it in the window because they're juicy. They're very, very, very juicy. If there are any estate agents, if you've got any estate agent friends, call them after this and say, what's this about a list? They'll just start laughing. They've all got one, okay? And they keep it for two groups of people. They keep it for their friends and family, you know, they keep it for the friends and family, and also they keep it for their cash buyers. Remember, I'm going to turn you into a cash buyer, so don't panic, okay? They keep it for, I'm one of them. Okay, we've got a stage on here, so he's one of them. They keep this list just for as cash buyers and their friends and family. But you're going to find a way to get, I'm going to show you, you're going to get on that list. Not only are you going to get on that list, you're going to be their preferred person. So when they get these deals, listen, the juicy ones, they keep for themselves. That you can't get, there's nothing you can do about that. If they can afford it, they will just do it themselves because it's juicy, you know. But you're going to get some juicy ones as well. You need to become their preferred person so you get the juicy deals. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Guys, do you mind if I overrun by 5-10 minutes? Is that all right with everyone? Guys, if you have to go at 9:30, then that's absolutely fine. You know, that's no problem at all. But I probably will overrun by about 10 minutes. Right now we are, yeah, I'm gonna do my best, but I don't want to rush it because I want to give you value. But if you've got things to do, by all means, you know, just lock off at 9:30, and I'm sure we can touch base at another time. So estate agents, make a list of all the potential estate agents. There's 3 types of estate agents. You've got regular estate agents. I'm one of them. I've got a sick guy. Sorry for the vernacular, by the way. I've got a sick guy that gets bare deals from estate agents. Wow, I'm jealous. Can I get in touch with that guy as well? I've just read that out. So that's just proof that this exists. Make a list of all the potential estate agents. So you've got regular estate agents. You've got land and commercial estate agents. They're different. They deal with land and commercial property. Guys, if you break into the world of land and commercial deals, you're set. You're set for life. That's a different ball game. I'd love to partner with you on those kind of deals. Letting agents. We need letting agents for what? Rent to rent. You know, the rent to rent and the options. We're going to need them for that. So they're different types of estate agents. So every time I said I'm going to show you how to get the deals, I'm telling you now how you get the deals. 3 types of estate agents: lettings, land and commercial estate agents. Zoopla are very good as well. If you go into Zoopla and put in your postcode, it will tell you where all your estate agents are. Try and focus on the little independents, you know, because if you go to like Bairstow Eves and that, you know, they're a bit up themselves, you know, they're established. If you go to like the little independents, you know, especially if one's just opened in your area, one opens up, you're like the first one in there with a box of Krispy Kreme donuts. Hey guys, hey, I see you just opened up in the area. You know, guys, listen, I'm not joking. You walk in there with a box of Krispy Kremes and you're in there straight away. Anyway, let's move on. Search Google letting agents in Croydon, yeah, for example, and put it in a list in Excel, or just bookmark it. Just bookmark it in. That's what I do. I bookmark them on my browser, so I've got all my estate agents there. When you become more professional, you can use a CRM, a customer relationship management system, you know. But that's a bit, you know, that's a bit further down. Thank you, Kib. You're gonna hook me up with that guy. No, I'm actually being serious. I really do need to hook up with that guy. And someone's putting donuts in good. That should say bookmark, or bookmark their websites or something like that. But we need to make it listen. Okay, comfort zone alert. Comfort zone alert. You're gonna come outside your comfort zone now, guys. You need an elevator pitch. You need an elevator pitch. Okay. Oh, HubSpot offers customers free CMS for free. Wow, value. I didn't even know that. Well done. Thanks. Thank you, Mark. So, elevator pitch, it comes from, like, you know, a scenario that you're in an elevator with someone. So that's an American term, elevator. Lift. You're in a lift with somebody, and you've only got 30. You've only got about 30 seconds to tell them what you do. You know, this is good for all areas of business. You know, whatever you do, have an elevator pitch. You know, be confident with it as well. Because when you're sitting next to someone at a dinner party, you don't have long. Just get in there. So 30 seconds to a minute description of what your business does, and it will help you to build confidence. I can coach you on your elevator pitch. Nikki knows now is very good at this as well. So for each type of agent, you're gonna have a different pitch. For the lettings agent, you want rent to rent deals. You're gonna ask the agent, you're gonna tell the agent, look, you know, hey, I'm a rent to rent agent, you know, this is what I do. This is what I do. Because estate agents, like the landlords, they just want the rent. They just want the rent. So if you approach an estate agent and say, hey, I'm going to guarantee you rent, okay, for the next 12 to 36 months, the estate agents will bite your arm off because that's you guaranteeing them rent, okay? If you can find these deals without an estate agent, it means you save a bit more money, because it goes without saying, if you can go direct, you're cutting out the middleman. But if you have to use an estate agent, it's not the end of the world. So okay, elevator pitches. It's going to consist of the following. Oh, Nick knows now teaches elevator pitches, part of the branding package. We did it at the event. Yes, we did. I was there. I was outside my comfort zone. I did it. Who are you? What do you do? How can you help? And then a call to action. So just write that down. Who are you? What do you do? How can you help? And a call to action. So I'm going to give an example of one, okay? And then you're going to, as a piece of homework, you're going to develop one. Guys, when I did this workshop last, people the next day were going out to estate agents, practicing their elevator. Guys, you know what? Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable. Yeah, you know, your first one, you might mess up. It doesn't matter. Just do it. You're probably not going to see them again. You know, you might start through your first one. You know, you might run out. You know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just keep doing it. Okay. Who are you? What do you do? And so forth and so forth. So here is one I've got here. Okay. Yours can be a lot shorter than this, by the way. It could be a lot shorter. Hi, my name's Des, Managing Director of Creative Properties Limited. Yeah, we're an investment company working with high net worth individuals. We specialize in blah, blah, blah. We are now moving into the Croydon area. We have some investors at the moment that are very keen to invest. We do joint ventures with our investors. They put the money in and we go find the deals. We do all the work and then we split the profit 50-50. I'm in the local area today and I thought I'd put my head in the door, introduce myself. We're looking to build a relationship with 1 or 2 estate agents in the area where we can build a long-term win-win relationship where everybody wins. Because obviously you have access to the deals and we have access to the investors. I've been on your website and I've seen that you have some properties available on, you know, do some research at this point so that when you go in, like you can actually show that you've done your homework. I see that you've got some properties on Horn Road, you know. Would it be okay to do some viewings this afternoon? Some of that terminology I've used there, I haven't unpicked yet. So I'm going to talk to you about investors and stuff in a little while, okay? But your elevator pitch just needs to be precise. Once you've done your elevator pitch, so first things first, piece of homework, action, guys, write this down. Homework, so I don't mean to be patronizing, but just, you know, to do. Do your elevator pitch and practice it over and over again. Practice it with your partner. Practice it with your cat. Practice it in front of a mirror. Practice it 21 times to be precise. And then action. This is the action I want you to write down. I want you to go into your calendar and block out a day. Block out a day where you are just going to go and pick an area, a gold mine area. I'll talk to you later about gold mine areas. And just go and talk to estate agents. Even just have the mindset that, you know what, this day is my practice day. I know I'm not even going to get any deals. I just want to practice and see what this is like. Just do it. Guys, the reality of the situation is some of you are going to be fired up after this call and then you're going to be fired up and you're going to be, yeah, I'm going to get the deal. I'm going to get the deal. I'm going to be a property guy. I'm going to replace my income. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's get it. And then like, I'm going to see you in 2 weeks time. You probably haven't done it. That's okay. You know, I've done that before. You know, when I first got into trading, for example, I joined and I did nothing for 2 months. And then fast forward to today, trading is my main income. It's like I've got so many streams of income, but trading is my main income. And this is something I didn't do anything for the first 2 months. So imagine, guys, don't do nothing. Action, block out a day. Say, this is the day. This is my day. They say one positive thought to do something and to do an action is worth, you know, 1,000 years just thinking about doing it. Just do it. Don't do nothing. Just do it. Okay, estate agent training. Guys, get out, do viewings. That's it. You're going to go on estate agents and you're going to ask to do viewings. Just go out and do viewings. Why? Why? Because you get to see the properties and you get to build rapport. We're trying to build a relationship with these guys. These guys are going to be feeding you. Kim just said earlier, he's got a guy that just feeds him properties. Like, it's perfect. Once you've got at least one guy, a lady, someone who's feeding you properties, your life's changed. And I'm going to tell you how you're going to be. Remember, I'm going to tell you how you're going to be a cash buyer. You're all cash buyers. You're all cash buyers. I'm going to tell you how and why. I'm going to give you two main ways that you're going to be cash buyers. Method number one and method number two. Build a rapport with estate agents. Let them know that you know, if you're on a viewing and you know the property is not for you, tell them, you know, look, this property is not for me. It's because someone said earlier about, you know, the kitchen you can't do the you can't convert the bedroom because the living room leads into the kitchen, so you can't even put a partition wall because it's one of those, like, all-in-ones, whatever, and the kitchen will be too small. No problem, you know, just tell them, look, these are not for me, and just guide them. Tell them what you're looking for, and tell them why you're looking for that particular kind of deal. Build a rapport. Don't be shy. I'm looking for below market value deals, because estate agents get them all the time. All the time. Where do people go if you want to sell the house? They go to estate agents and they say, can you sell this for me quickly? And they say yes, because they have a list. They have two lists. They have a list of properties that need to be sold quick. And they have a list of people that can buy quick. You're going to get on that latter list. Build a rapport with these guys. Build a rapport. Even if you say something like this, so you're on a viewing, yeah, and you can say something like this. You know what? As we're out on this viewing, it would be great to get to know you better, so that you have a better understanding or a better idea of what we're looking for and the relationship we can build together over the next few months. So as you're out on a viewing, take them out for a coffee. Build that relationship. You know, say you've got access to a lot of cash. Estate agents love hearing that, because remember, you're a cash buyer, and I'm going to teach you how you're a cash buyer. Tell them, I've got access to a lot of cash, because you do, and I'm going to tell you how. So you want lots of deals. Guys, the reason why estate agents are going to give you the deals is because estate agents are motivated by two things. Estate agents are motivated by their commission. They will jump over hoops to get their commission. And they're motivated by speed. They need you to complete quick. So if you're saying that you've got access to a lot of cash, it means that you're going to do the deal quickly. And it also means that you are going to be able to do the deal because you've got the cash, and they're going to get their commission. Remember, they're really concerned about their commission. Take them out for a coffee, you know, my shout, coffee's on me. Discuss your vision with them. You know, my vision is to have, you know, a property portfolio of 20 by, you know, 2020. Share your vision with your estate agent. Talk about family. If you've got kids, talk about kids. If they've got kids, remember their kids' names. So when you see them again, hey, how's little Tommy? You know, hey, how's little Nina doing? You know, it may sound pathetic, but that means a lot to them. It's like, hey, you remembered my kids' names. You know, that goes for all types of business, by the way. If they're football fans, remember their football team. Hey, how did Man United do last weekend? Oh, man, that was bad. You see that goal? Shopping, you know, whoever it is, try and relate to them on a certain level. Shopping, politics, soaps, you know, Netflix, what you're watching on Netflix, whatever it may be. The relationship gets cemented over time and you become their preferred client. Say thank you. When they give you a deal, say thank you. Get them a present. Take them for a drink. Oh man, thank you for that deal. Can I take you for a drink? Play golf with them. Go to a spa. You know, keep that relationship going, because they're feeding you, guys. They're feeding you with deals that's going to make you 40, 50, 60K. Guys, when I did this workshop the last time and people getting their first deals, it's just life-changing, you know, because what it means is that you have a lump sum that you can now do. You can now invest it in other businesses. You can now invest it in trading. You can now invest it in, you know, whatever it may be, opening a nursery or, you know, doing another deal. A lot of people do it to do other deals using a different method. If you're asked to go on a viewing, please try and make it. One thing estate agents don't like doing is they're setting up appointments for you and you're always letting them down. Of course, if you're busy, but try and honor the viewings. Otherwise, you're going to lose that relationship. That's really, really important. Keep building a relationship. Go on the viewings. Okay, let's move on. We're getting to the end now, guys. Cool. Okay, guys, you can do it. I just want to give you a word of encouragement. You can do it. Okay, it will be scary, but you're not going to die. That's the good news. You're not going to die. Okay, you can only grow from being uncomfortable. That's the truth. Yeah, if you want to stay in your comfort zone, then you're not gonna make the money that you require. If like me, you probably got big dreams, and the only way you're gonna satisfy those dreams is by being uncomfortable. You know, when I used to coach on this, now it's really hard. Guys, it's really hard for me to coach on the level that you need because, you know, I run the academy. You know, I'm showing people how to make money all the time, making money for money, making money like the banks. You know, it's difficult for me to give you that in-depth holding of the hand. You know, I'm looking to partner up with someone who I've coached in the past, you know, who's now at a level that almost on my level that I can now say, right, can you be our in-house coach? And if that happens, I'll let you know, you know, but you need to be uncomfortable. It's the only way you're going to grow. Find your gold mine area, an area that really, you know, this is the area I'm just going to focus on. And this is the area I'm going to really get my deals from, and get a power team. Yeah, your power team is a team of people that you're going to use over and over again when you get the deals. So your broker, a mortgage broker, always use a mortgage broker. I'm a mortgage broker, but you don't have to use me. I'm just plugging mortgage brokers in general, because if you don't have a mortgage broker, you're not going to get the best deals. Some deals, some mortgage, if you need a mortgage, you don't need a mortgage for what I've just described, but it's good to have a broker in your back pocket because they have access to things that everyday people don't. Solicitor and accountants, where needed. Okay, how can you be a cash buyer? You've all waited for this bit, okay? How can you be a cash buyer? 2 ways that you're going to be a cash buyer. The first way is through bridging loans. Through bridging loans, okay? You're going to have access to an abundance of cash. I don't care what your background is. I don't care if you've got bad credit. You're going to be able to access millions of pounds very quickly through bridging loans. So I've just made everyone on this call a cash buyer. And also, and more importantly, through joint venture partnerships. These 2 methods are going to enable you to be a cash buyer. Okay, so bridging loans. First and foremost, AMA Finance Academy, we are specialists in bridge loans. This is our bread and butter. We do this every day. So you can now be a cash buyer. We can arrange a bridge loan to help finance your BMVs, but there are other companies available as well, you know, but just know that bridge loans are available. Let's look at a scenario. You can borrow up to 80% of the open market value. We have access to lenders that do this. So for example, imagine you see a property, credit check needed? Nope. Someone just asked, is credit check needed? No. Some bridging loan companies will check the credit. We work with some that don't mind. Guys, let me tell you about properties. Properties are probably the most secured borrowing on the planet. Lenders don't mind. There are lenders that will lend to people with 1 million CCJs, you know, and the reason why is because when lenders lend you money, they're securing it against the property. So if for any reason you don't pay back the money, they're not going to be left unpaid because they've still got first charge on your property. It's called first charge. I'll come on to interest rates in a minute. First charge. So first charge means you don't pay, they'll repossess the home and they'll sell it and they'll get their money back. Remember, you're getting it below market value. So even if they sold it below market value, they're going to get their money back. So they don't mind lending to you at all. They don't mind at all. You can borrow 80% open market value. So imagine a property is worth 100K. You can borrow 80K. You've negotiated a 20% discount because you're dealing with a motivated seller. So you're getting a property for no money down. You're getting a property for no money down. I've just given you a little example of a property maybe in Scotland or something like that. You know, the property is here a lot more than that. You know, so you're going to be saying 20% on a London property is a lot of money. No money down. I promised you. How can you make money from property with no money down? You can do that with bridge loans. I've got clients that do this on a daily basis. Have a look at this slide. Somebody asked what sort of interest rates. Here we go. Guys, let me be clear so there's no confusion. Bridge loans are expensive. They're expensive. This is not a long-term solution. This is a short-term solution. You only want a bridge loan for 1 to 3 months, 6 months max. And that's because look at the interest rate. It starts from 0.37 per month. So you could be looking at a 300 or even like £1,000 a month in some cases, if not more. It's expensive, but it's a route. It's a means to an end. Guys, if you're a cash buyer, fantastic. I'm not, I mean, guys, a cash buyer is someone who can just put down 350K without blinking. I'm not there yet, you know? So we have to find creative ways to access these deals. We can't keep letting the rich get richer. We've got to be able to access these deals. So what happens with a bridge loan is that, yes, the interest is a lot, but you can roll up the interest. So you don't actually pay the interest. So when you get a bridge loan, every month that you've got the bridge loan, they just put the interest onto the loan. You don't pay it. You only pay the interest when you exit. When you exit, when you finish the deal, you pay everything. So you don't have to worry about the monthly cost. Just close your eyes to it. So what my clients do is this. They calculate everything. They calculate the discount. They calculate how much they're going to pay in interest, and then they work out whether it's worth their while. And guess what? It always is worth their while. If you're getting anything between 20 to 30% or more discount, it's going to be worth your while. So even if you pay £3,000, even if you pay £3,000 in fees, even if you pay £5,000 in fees, because that is the case sometimes. If you're making 50K, if you're making 60K, if you're making 80K, are you not still happy? Of course you're still happy, you know? So that's why this is a really good strategy. You must have an exit strategy. And your exit strategy is either going to be sale of property or refinance, i.e. you come to someone like me, we get a mortgage on it, and we get a long-term mortgage on it, and now you've got a long-term buy-to-let mortgage, or you've got a residential mortgage and you can move into it. You know, you can do that as well. Some people use this to get on the property ladder. So buy and flip, you always sell. So let's go through buy and flip again. So I've seen a house for 100K. I've negotiated a discount, massive discount. I call up MA Finance and say, I need a bridge loan. I can get you a bridge loan within days. This is not a mortgage that takes ages. This is days. Days. You know, we can complete within 28 days. I mean, everything done and dusted. You own the property in 2 weeks. The quickest I've done is 2 weeks. The quickest drawdown I've done is 3 days. So somebody rang me up to get a bridge loan and they got the money in 3 days. So if you ring me, I'll get that sorted. So you've got the deal. Now you've got the money. Interest is being charged every month, but you don't have to worry about that. Don't think, oh no, how am I going to pay the interest? It gets rolled up. It's called rolling up. It gets rolled up into the loan. And then in 3 months' time, well, not even in 3 months' time, whenever really, from day one, you can start to sell it because you've made your money already. Sometimes you might get one of these deals that needs a little bit of work, you know, needs a new toilet, it needs a lick of paint. If you've got a bit of money, then do that. Once you've done your first deal, you're gonna have a little bit of you're gonna have like a little bit of a pot. So then you can start to reinvest that pot into getting deals what need a bit of work, you know. So if you need to do a bit of work to it, then that might take a month or so. But the minute you complete your first deal, you can just start selling it, put it on the market. You know, the problem is this: when you pull it up, remember, now you want to sell it on the open market. Why? Because you want all of the money now. You got it for 70, but you want 100. You want to make 30K. 3K you're going to pay on interest, but you're going to make 27K. But the problem is, it's not going to be overnight. It's going to sit with an estate agent, probably that one that you took out for coffee. It's going to sit with the estate agent. So remember I said it can take a while to sell a property. Can take about 3 months, 4 months, who knows? So in that time, your bridge loan is accruing interest. So just factor that in. What's the max time? I'd say about the average time is probably about 3 months, 2 to 3 months. The max time is probably about 6 months. So budget. Do your figures. Once you've done your figures, you will know whether this is doable or not. So we do 100% bridge loans. If you already own a property, some of my clients are on the call. I know you own property. If you already own property, I can get you 100% bridge loan, you know, where we use your existing property as a deposit. Otherwise, you can just have 80% of the open market value, no problem. You don't have to put a deposit down. As long as you've got a discount of 20% or more, I can get you a bridge loan with no money down. Guys, give me some ones if you think this is a good route. Bridge loans. Just give me some ones in the chat box so I can just get a vibe. If you like the idea of getting a bridge loan, yeah, quick, easy, no credit, no credit check. You are now a cash buyer. There's no restrictions. These guys will lend. All right, thank you for that, guys. Thank you. Okay, this is the last thing. No, I lied. It's not the last thing, but it's the last big thing. And then if you want, we can pause it there and maybe come back to some stuff another day. So I appreciate it's been a long session and some of you have got other commitments. So I'll do this and then I'll probably park the other stuff. Oh, someone said they've used them before. Simon said he's used bridge loans before. How did you find them, Simon? So I can feedback. So joint venture partnerships. Guys, let me go through this and then I wanted to give you some fire on some other things as well, but probably we've had enough fire for today. So we can park it maybe for another day. So we're going to wrap up. Joint venture partnership. Joint venture partnership. Write that down, guys. For some of you, you're going to prefer this to bridging. And some of you are going to prefer bridging to this. Choose what's best for you. Joint venture partnership. JV. If I say JV, I mean this. If you don't have your own money to put down, if you're not a cash buyer, you will need to find someone who does. It might be a family member. It might be your friend, your boss, or someone you met at an event. Yasin, I'm not sure if Yasin's on this call. But your uncle is a cash buyer. In fact, we're not talking about Yasin. Your dad's a cash buyer. Get out of here. It may be someone that you met at an event, but whoever it is, by embarking on an investment project together, you are forming what is known as a joint venture partnership. Guys, sometimes I do a whole day workshop just on this, just on joint venture partnerships. That's how powerful it is. So, these are high net worth investors who want a better return on their investment, ROI. They want a better return on their investment than what they're getting from the banks. We know the banks give you peanuts. These guys want more. They want to make money, but they don't want to do the work. They want you to do the legwork, but they want to make 50% of the deal. That's fine. That's why it's a partnership. You do the legwork, i.e. you find the deals, and then these guys put up the money. Guys, I want to say something. I'm going to say it slowly. These guys are everywhere. I'm going to show you how to find them. Like, really how to find them. These guys are everywhere. You just don't look for them. You just don't know how to find them. Guys, can we just agree that high net worth investors exist? They're people that have money, they want to make more money, but they just don't want to do the work. Maybe they fell into money, or they don't want to go out and look for deals. We've got the hunger and the desire to look for deals. So we're going to partner up with these guys. They exist and they're everywhere. Some of them are on this Zoom call. I wrote that before I actually saw who was on the Zoom call, but I know I'm going to find one. I think I've got a high net worth. Have I got any high net worths on here? Right, I've just seen there's two high net worth clients on this very Zoom call. And I'm talking about people that if I call them now and said, I've got a below market value deal and I need 300K, they can just slap that down, no problem. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, I can see the person smiling as well because it's now everybody's smiling because they think it's them. There's high net worth investors in this call. Okay, right. All right, here we go. People want to hear that you can make them lots of money. People want to hear that you can make them lots of money. So have the mindset that you can partner with such people because you're confident. You can have a brochure. You can have a website. We spoke about websites earlier. You can have business cards. Have a business card. Mark spoke earlier about, can a joint partnerships can get a bridge loan. Yeah, it's a kind of separate thing, but yeah, definitely. Have a business card, guys. Be serious. This is now going to create you lots of income. So just invest the £15 that it costs to have 250 business cards. So when you're at functions, you've just got this business card. People will remember you. Networking, guys. Come outside your comfort zone and network. There are networking events everywhere. You only have to put in Google networking events. Go into social media and type networking events near me. Networking events in Loughton. Networking events in wherever you live. They're everywhere. Find chambers of commerce. Find a networking event that's related to property, or in fact, scrap that. Just find networking events in general. Don't want to go to a property one because you're going to have like hundreds of you doing the same thing. Go to like a generic one and literally just be ready to do your elevator pitch and tell people what you do. you know, that you find deals, that you have, you find deals, you got them in abundance, whatever it may be. Tell people what they want to hear is that you're going to make them lots of money. Social media, connect with people from all over the world. Yeah. Facebook, because you can make money for someone in Australia. They just want the money. Join property related groups and become known in these groups. Guys, charity balls. I've got clients that go to charity balls, events, you know, go to a charity ball, maybe sponsor the booklet or sponsor something, you know, and then you get to do like a little, so those of you that know that I sponsor the charity event, Don't Suffer in Silence. And, you know, when I got there, I didn't know this was going to happen, but when I got there, the person organizing it said, oh, can you do a quick 2-minute thing about your company? I was like, oh man, you put me on the spot, but it's fine because I'm ready. So I just did a quick, I did my elevator pitch, you know, so have your elevator pitch ready. Hey, you know, my name's so-and-so. What we do is, you know, we find property deals where we're able to get investors, you know, anything between 40 to 60K minimum on a deal. You know, have your pitch down to a T. Mastermind groups, which are kind of like, you know, small groups of coaching. Socializing in general. Just when you're socializing, tell people about your business and what you do. Be very purposeful about your business and be very purposeful about what you do. By networking, you'll find these people. I'm telling you, if you go out there and tell people what you do, even if you just tell your auntie tells her colleague, oh, my niece has set up a property company where they find property deals and get the investors like you know, anything from 40 to 100K each time. It's really good. Just get out there and tell people what you do. However, as an added bonus, I may find you, if you listen, let me be clear. I want you to find your own high net worth investors. I want you to find your own clients. Always. I want that for you. But if you do need to leverage AME Finance, just remember that I've been in the game for a hot minute, you know, for a long time. So I've got high net worth investors in abundance, you know. I was hoping Yasin would be on the call because his uncle is one of my high net worth investors. I've got high net worth investors, you know. So if you want to leverage AME Finance huge network of high net worth investors, by all means, you're more than welcome to, you know, because at the end of the day, as long as my investors are happy, I'm happy. It means that they stay on my books, you know. But get your own, because if you've got your own, it just means that it's more direct. So I'm not saying you have to use us. I'm just giving you that as an option. If you find a deal and you don't have a network, you can't find them, you're going to all the charity balls and you feel like you're not getting anywhere, I've got the network. Just access it, just leverage it, you know. Also, if you find anyone selling a property fast, or you find anyone, you know, any rent-to-rent deals, if you find any deals and you're not comfortable yet to service it yourself, again, come to AME Finance. You know, we can do some sort of joint venture on it, or, you know, we can work something up. So very quickly, social media training, very quickly. Guys, when you start your business, just do status updates. You know, share at least one post a day. Document everything. You know, like, hey, got my first viewing today. You know, take pictures on your viewings so that everybody knows what you do. No one's under any illusions that you are into property and you find deals. You do rent to rent. You rent people's properties. You do rent to rents. You do buy and flip. Just let people, even if you just want to keep it generic, just tell people that you are in property and that you can help them if they're selling a home very quickly. Very quickly is very important, not just selling a home very quickly, or if, you know, they need tenants. You can help people find tenants and you can help people to sell their homes. Keep it generic. People buy from people. So keep your social media social, fun, you know, still post about your family and your personal stuff as well, you know, but take pictures and videos at your viewings. You know, if you get a deal, make a big thing of it. Just got a deal, you know, just got a below market value deal. My investors are going to be very happy with this. Just made my investor 50K. Remember, the idea is that you split the profits 50-50, you know? So you have to weigh up. Is it better for me to go 50-50 with a high net worth investor? Could be your auntie, your high net worth investor could be in your circle right now. It could be a family member. Or is it better that I get a bridge loan? So you do the maths. Is the interest better on a bridge loan, or is it better that I partner with someone and give them 50%? You will become a high net worth investor one day, by the way, and you'll be able to just do this cash. if you believe that one day you will be able to buy these properties cash yourself, give me some twos in the box, please, guys. Give me some twos. That's it. That's it. Absolutely. Absolutely. In Jesus' name, inshallah, whoever you believe in, it will happen. It will happen, guys. It will happen, yeah? You will become a high net worth investors. You become a high net worth investor. In fact, people will be coming to you for these deals. They'll be saying, hey, Rian, they're going to be coming to you, Rian. They're going to say, look, I found a deal. Can you help me? You know, they're going to come into you, Dre. They're going to be coming to you, Kibbs. You're going to become the high net worth investor that people are looking for. But it all starts with now. It all starts with what you do tomorrow. It all starts with what you're going to do next. It all starts with just getting that one deal, and then it builds on. You make 40K. Next time you're making 80K. Guys, I've got clients that have surpassed me. Imagine I've mentored someone in this, and now they've surpassed me. Their portfolio is bigger than mine. Am I bitter? No, I'm happy. You know, I'm like a proud father. You know, all I ask, guys, I've got one wish. When you get these deals, please, if you don't mind, just go on my Facebook page and just show me some love. You know, just, you know, oh, thanks to Ame Finance, I've got my first property deal. Thanks to Ame Finance, I've now replaced my income. You know, things like that mean a lot to me, and that's all I want. That's all I want is a little bit of recognition, because it helps. You know, when I want to train more stuff, to just give you that credibility. So please, just do that. Anyone could be watching you. It could be an investor watching your Facebook closely. Do you know how many people watch my Facebook and they don't bite at every little thing that I post? But every now and again, I'll just put a little nugget. In fact, I don't know if Jonathan is on this call. You know, Jonathan see my stuff, and then he just bit. I'm not sure if I mentioned that I do a call on a Monday showing people how they can make money from money, showing people how they can multiply their money like the banks. And he kept seeing my posts, and then he bit, joined that call on a Monday, signed up practically immediately, and now he's not looking back. Anyway, guys, anyone's watching, don't worry if people are not biting. People want, guys, have you ever noticed that when you start a business, if you want to see your real friends, start a business. Start a business and see how many people share your posts, like your posts. You know, it costs nothing to like someone's post. It costs nothing to share a post. But I've ut friends that I've grown up with that see my stuff and don't even like it. You know, but it's all love anyway. It's all love. But hopefully people will like. But don't be put off if people don't like it and don't share it and stuff. You know, it will come. It will come. It will come. How can we get this recording for those that couldn't log on? I don't know about. I'm not sure about. I've recorded it. I'm in two minds whether to share it, because I think the engagement of having a Zoom call is better. So it may be that they have to come on the next one, but I don't know. I may share the video. We need to speak about bridge loans. It's Heather. Oh, thank you, Heather. Yeah. Thank you for the kind words. And yes, we do need to speak. Yeah, you can give me a call, no problem. That's the last point. Anyone could be watching. Okay, I'm going to park. I was going to go through buy, refurbish, and refinance. I'm going to park it because it's been. I didn't anticipate it taking this long. You've been a wonderful audience. Buy, refurbish, and refinance. I'll park that maybe for another occasion. Just make a note of all of the things that I'm parking, yeah, so that we know exactly what you can either research it or you know exactly where we left. So I'm going to park this. Buy, refurbish, and refinance. I'm going to park that. I'm going to park multi-lets as well, okay? I'm going to park multi-lets. I'm going to quickly touch on deal packing. Deal packing, only because it's quick. Deal packing. If you've got a bit more time to play with and you're looking to reap big rewards, deal packing is a fantastic strategy. It works by you sourcing the deals for other investors who then buy the deals from you. This is particularly profitable with commercial deals and land. If you get a land development deal, I'm your best friend. Those deals are awesome. Let's just say that. But guys, if you get any deals, you can actually sell them to high net worth investors, or you can sell them to Ame Finance. You package it. So you say, look, I've got a rent to rent. And you command the price. You say how much you want for that deal. Because a rent to rent deal residually can earn you so much money. So you could get a rent to rent deal and then sell the whole deal to a high net worth investor. You know, or Ame Finance. Yeah, just if you get a deal and you don't want to do it, you just want, because you may get a deal and it might need a partition wall, it may need a bed, and you can't afford these little bits and pieces, but you've got the deal. you still want to make money, sell me the deal. I'll buy the deal happily. But you can also sell it to a high net worth investor. It's called deal packing. This is a thing. It's not, I've just made it up. This is a thing that people do. They just get deals or they get leads and they sell the leads or they sell the deal to other people. That was really quick. Can it be residual? Can it be residual, Tia? It can be, so you can maybe negotiate a cut of the residual. So if it's a rent to rent, you can say, look, I've got a rent to rent. Yeah, I can't afford to do the partition wall. I can't afford to, do the little bits and pieces. So in fact, that's a really good idea, actually, Tia. It's a really good idea. So what you can do is, remember, all of this is negotiation. So you can negotiate with somebody like myself or anyone else, of course I'm going to plug myself. I want to make deals. I want to make extra money, but of course you can go somewhere else as well. But what I would do with you, Tia, in that scenario is I'd say, right, okay, I'll buy the bed. I'll buy the wardrobe. I'll put the wall up. I keep talking about walls. Guys, you don't always have to put a wall up, by the way. Some rooms are just ready to go. Yeah. But I will do all of that. And then say we're making 1,000 a month. Yeah. Then we can come to some sort of arrangement. We have to agree of what's good for you and good for me. Do you know what I'm saying? I drive a hard bargain, but at the same time, it's all love. Yes, we can partner on a deal. We can partner on a deal. No problem at all. Make sure I haven't missed a question. I read Heather's already. Thank you for all the kind words, by the way. I'm not reading out all the lovely stuff you're reading. I'm just reading it personally and I'm acknowledging it and I appreciate it. Can it be residual? I said that. Yes, I'm on it. Okay. Tia's on it. Okay, Tia, find the deals and let's talk. Yeah. All right. Okay. So this is absolutely the last slide. I remember I skipped two things. I skipped two juicy things. So remind me of that. Okay. If you're able to negotiate a 20-30% discount on a rent to rent, could you use bridge loan? Is there a minimum? You wouldn't necessarily use bridge loan on a rent to rent because bridge loans, you probably could just get a loan, just get a normal loan, not a bridge loan, just get a regular loan. That would probably be the best thing to do. We do loans as well. amefinance.com/loans, or just go to my website, click on loans, and you can just get a loan. So 3 or 4 guys on this call got a loan last week. They called someone in my back office team will give you a call. They'll run through everything. You get a loan. If I didn't mention we do loans, I'm mentioning it now. We do loans for any purpose, and everyone gets a loan. Everyone gets a loan. At the very worst case scenario, if your credit is horrendous, you can get what's known as a guarantor, like an Amigo loan or something like that. Okay, I just want to finish with mindset. Thank you for all the kind words. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you, Louisa. Wow. Initial deposit. Yeah, no money down, Rico. No money down. But you might have to spend a little bit on like beds and stuff like that. But you can do it, guys. Let me be clear. I've got so many clients that have done rent to rents, buy and flip, 0 pence. When I say 0 pence, I'm not even talking about 10p. I'm talking about 0 pence. It's just that there's a scale to this. So if you are able to put down a little bit, like buy a bed for like 180 from like Gumtree, it could go a long way. You know what I mean? All right, so I just want to finish with this last slide. It's very important. I'm going to let everyone go, okay? Rianne said, so bridge loans are mainly for buy and flip. Yeah, bridge loans are for buy and flip. But if you need a loan to like do the beds, get the wardrobe and all those little things, just get a normal loan. Just get a normal loan, yeah? A normal, regular, personal loan. And you can get that from Finance or any other good, reputable loans provider. You can go to your bank, yeah? You can go to a bank, Unfortunately, gone are the days where you could, I remember back in the day where you could book an appointment with your bank manager, Nikki. Nikki, you used to work in bank. You could book an appointment with your bank manager, sit down with your bank manager, and actually have a relationship with them. But now, most of these things are done online. Mindset, guys. This is it now. We're at the final hurdle. If you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're right. You've probably heard that before, but it's so true. Never have truer words been spoken. You're probably listening to this call and thinking, that lovely young man went through some really fire stuff, but I just don't think it's for me. I don't think I can go to estate agents and build relationships. If you tell yourself that, then that's true. Whereas if you change your mindset and say, I can do this, I am going to be a property guru, I am going to be that person that gets the deals, I am going to partner with a high net worth investor, I'm that guy, I'm that girl, I'm going to go to networking events with confidence, I'm going to bowl into the estate agent, not too arrogantly, and get on that list. Guys, if you get on that list, your life is changed. The minute they give you your first deal, guys, do not mess around. Get that bridge loan sorted. Get your high net worth investor on the phone and get that. Because this, guys, what I didn't say, if you get on that fire list, yeah, after you've wined and dined them, you've done all the things and you've got onto the fire list and you're now their preferred client and they give you a deal and you mess up, you're not able to deliver, you're finished. Your name in that town is finished. I'm exaggerating, but imagine estate agents talking, whatever you do, that doesn't happen. But guys, don't mess up. When you get a deal, get that bridge loan quickly. Get your high net worth investor. You need to get that, get that. Remember, guys, one other thing as well, very quickly, I think this is really, 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 really important. Don't be put off by thinking, if I find a high net worth investor, they may not trust me with their money. Right? You're probably looking at your background and thinking, they won't give me their money. I don't wear fancy suits, so they're not going to give me their money. No, that's not how it works. When you partner with a high net worth investor, every time they need to pay something, they're going to pay it directly to a solicitor. So it's not like they're giving you the money, you might run away, because that's going to be, oh yeah, hey guys, I'm in property, can you give me 100K? It's not going to happen. But what's happening is they're paying the solicitor. So it's very safe because they're paying a solicitor, the property is going to be in both your names, so it's quite secure. Their money is very safe. And I'd always use a solicitor that's got a free partner firm. Anyway, that's by the by. I'm going into a bit too much detail. But they're going to pay a solicitor. So you can find these people because they're not worried about you and your background or what you look like. They just want to make money. They just want to make money. You're giving them what the banks can't. Do you know, Brian is here, Travis is on the call. I get calls every single day from people wanting to invest in AME Finance. They want us to multiply their money because they don't want to trade themselves. They know that we've got strategies that's making like loads of money, and they want us to think it. In fact, I've got an investor on the call. I'm not gonna hot her up. She knows. She knows. Yeah. Anyway, cut long story short, guys, you can get these deals if you think you can. You're right. Have confidence. Nothing is gonna change if nothing changes. If you are frustrated in your current situation, as I've been there, guys, I've been there. I had a job that I thought was a good job, and I was just breaking even at the end of the month. Until I read that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, I didn't even know there was such thing as multiple streams of income. Now I'm blessed. I am so happy and grateful that I have multiple streams of income, and I'm not shy in saying that. I have multiple streams of income. One of my favorite streams of income is the income that I'll explain on Monday, 7:30 p.m. if you join that call using the same link. Guys, have multiples. Guys, nothing's going to change if you do nothing. Take some action. This is the last quote. You don't have to be great to start, but you do need to start to be great. Wow. Wow. What a statement. Not mine, but I love it. You don't have to be great to start, but you do need to start to be great. So just start. Start getting out to the estate agents. Do the legwork. Block out a day. Just start. And then I'm just going to finish with some homework. Homework. I want you to write down 50 things that are good about you or your business. And don't tell me that there's not 50, because there are 50 things that are good about you. Someone just give me some things, guys. Someone should show me. Someone share just quickly so I can read out things that are good about you. 50 things, but I just want you to just give me one. Just a little bit of sharing, guys. 50 things that are good about you. You're an innovator. Yes, Jay. Yes, Jay. You're an innovator. I love that you're an innovator. Anything else, guys? Genuine, and I can testify to that. And he's one of the most genuine people I've ever met. Trustworthy. Hey, you're looking for a high net worth investor. Angela, I know you're okay already. Angela wants a high net worth because I said there was two on the call. I'm positive. Go-getter. Loyal. Loyalty is very important to me. Great thinker. Creative. Mutual benefit agreement. Problem solver. Tia. Wow. Gift. In fact, you know what? I should have opened it up. I'm going to open it up now to everyone. I'm going to open it up. So I've opened it now. So what you say now is going to go to everyone, not just me. Okay, so I've read out some of them already. Great thinker, creative, mutual benefits, gift for guys. Remember I said there's two high. I'm not exaggerating, by the way. There are two high net worth investors on this call. They're on this call. Hey, look at the comments now. The comments are coming through now. The comments are coming through. Trustworthy, open-minded. Yeah, you can read them now anyway. Guys, next thing, I want you to write a list of things that you're grateful for. Guys, when you're grateful, you allow goodness to come into your life. I believe that wholeheartedly. When you are, I am so happy and grateful that I've now been able to replace what used to be my monthly income. I say daily. I say weekly. Weekly income. Oh, no, it's daily. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's daily. I'm not gonna lie. It's daily. What are you happy and grateful for? You don't have to write out the whole sentence, but what are you happy and grateful for? When you are happy and grateful, you allow goodness to come into your life. What are you happy and grateful for? Guys, if you don't mind sharing, what are you happy and grateful for? What are you happy and grateful for, guys? Life, absolutely. I wake up each day and I'm just happy that I've got another day on this beautiful, beautiful earth. Thank you for that. My new baby. Oh, congratulations, Angelina. Oh, wow. New baby. Is it a boy or girl? I'm so grateful for wisdom. So true. Just coming on this call shows that you're wise, Caroline. Heather, for the opportunity. Absolutely. Guys, can I just say something? There's so much opportunity in just this world. You just have to go and grab it. I'm blessed and honored that I work in Canary Wharf and you can just smell the opportunity everywhere. There's so much abundance in this around you. There's abundance everywhere. You just have to get it. If you come on my call on Monday, 7:30 p.m. tomorrow, I'm going to show you how you can get abundance. Tomorrow, 7:30. Okay. What did I miss? Okay. Yeah, you guys can read them anyways. I don't have to read them all out. Having a great network of friends in business. Yes, absolutely. Opportunity, knowledge. Grateful for life. Chosen and blood. Sorry, family, chosen and blood family. Education, my relationship with God. IML. Opportunities. AFA. Thank you. Oh, wonderful. Family, wonderful. What's your website? I'll come on to that in a little while. I am a new follower. Anyone? And I'll talk about it later. And lastly, start hanging around with like-minded people that have similar goals to you. If you hang around with similar people, they say your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. Drop these people that are holding you back and start hanging out with, like-minded people. That's the only way. Hey, someone's put their website on there. Feel free. This is we're networking. Caroline's put a website there. Think Tank 720. Check it. I'm not sure what it does, but definitely check it out. Congratulations to your princess. Grateful for the meeting and you and our friend's birthday party. Oh, thank you, David, for taking time out. So, say positive things about you every single day. Guys, promise me that you do that. Every single day you wake up, say positive things about yourself. Even if it's something like this, I am enough. And I stole that from a very close friend of mine who's on this call. I stole it. I am enough. That's it. I'm enough. Just say that to yourself every single day. So that's it, guys. We've got to the end. We have got to the end. Some people will you record Monday PM as I'm traveling at that time? Okay, iPhone, because your name is just iPhone on the thing. I'll do that for you, iPhone. I will do that for you. Guys, the final slide says this. Learn how to create more passive income. More passive income. Monday, 7:30. The web link is the same web link that you've used. If you were invited here by somebody who's already part of AME Finance Academy or Traders Empire or wherever they are, if they've invited you here, get back to them about Monday, because they may have their own Zoom call or something like that. That's absolutely fine. I just want you to be plugged into these other things, okay? My socials are on the screen. My website is amefinance.com. AME Finance is my Facebook page. Guys, if you got value from today and you want to write a comment on my Facebook wall, just AME Finance, if you want to write some stuff on there, I'd really appreciate it. That's all I ask, guys. If you take the time to go on my Facebook and just write some nice comments, I'd really appreciate that. If you could do that today, straight after this call, because if you don't do it straight away, you're going to forget. And _Ame Finance is my Insta. And we also have Ame Finance Academy Insta, which Bryony Bender runs for the company. Like our Facebook page, leave a comment. And more importantly, guys, if you get deals, please show me some love on the Facebook page, on the Insta as well. You know, show some love on the Insta. We're trying to grow it. You know, right, guys, all I want to do this year is give people this knowledge, because I've helped high net worth investors for too long and there's a place for them, but I want the everyday person to be able to know this stuff so they can provide wealth. We're wealth creators here at MA Finance. We just like to create wealth. So guys, you have been a fantastic audience. Unless there's a pertinent question, a burning question that you think I haven't answered and you want me to answer it because it's going to benefit everyone, then by all means type it now. I'll just give literally about 20 seconds for that. And I appreciate all the love that you're sending in the group. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna stay and read every single comment. So don't worry, I'm not gonna miss anything. I'm gonna read every single comment. I hope that you got some value. Houses on auction, can we? Yes, Dre, great question. Guys, when you go to auction, be ready. Yeah, because when you're putting up your little, you're putting up your thing, you're bidding. Don't get carried away with the bidding, by the way, you know, because you can all get carried away and then you're stuck with a property. You've got to complete quick. The whole point of being a cash buyer and dealing with distressed sellers and motivated sellers is that you're acting quick. When you're in an auction, you need to act quick. So what I tend to do for my clients is we kind of warm up the bridge loan, get the bridge loan kind of on the back burner. So when you go to auction, you've already got your broker in your back pocket. I'm your broker. Do you see what I mean? So we'll get that ready for you so that when you go to the auction sites, listen, they don't care where the money's coming from. They don't care if you're paying with a bridge, paying with a joint venture, paying with whatever. They just want the money. Let me let you into a little secret. Most people at auctions now, they're using bridging finance. That's a fact. That's just an absolute fact. They're using bridging finance. So most of these cash buyers that are cash buyers, they're just using bridging finance. You'll be contacting me shortly. Absolutely, more than welcome to. I think, yeah, so you can use bridging loans for properties at auctions. Hey, there's apologies. I think I missed this part. Where can I find a rent to rent? Oh, rent to rents. Oh, Mark, I went through rent to rent. How you find the deals? I don't want to keep everyone. So if I can just, if it's just a case of me talking to Mark directly, is anyone else want me to go through how to find a rent to rent deals? Because if you're good with that, then I'm happy to. I need to speak to Mark anyway, so I can just speak to Mark about that privately rather than keeping everyone on the call. Okay, I'm going to assume everyone's good with rent to rent. Then I did go through it. Yeah, that's cool, Mark. Yeah, Mark, we'll talk. That's not a problem. I just want to wrap this up, so that's all good. So yeah, that's fine. Can low market value, so we call them below market value properties be found advertised in estate agents, or do you need to ask? But that's such a great question. That's such a great question. No, they won't be advertised. They're not going to be in the window. I can tell you that now. They're going to be on a secret list. They're going to be on, we call them, in the industry, we call them below the counter deals. So basically what happens is this. I want to sell my house quickly. So I go to my local estate agent and I say, hey, I need to sell my house quickly. So then what they do is they say, Mr. Johnson, I will sell your house very quickly. The estate agent makes them that guarantee. Why? Because the estate agent has a list of high net worth investors, of which you're going to be one of them, and they are going to sell this property within 24 hours. It's going to be sold. Within 24 hours, that property is sold and off the books. So they can say that with confidence. And everyone knows estate agents can do this. That's why people go there. So then you have to get access to that list by any which means possible. One of my clients once asked me, well, one of my clients told me that she flirted her way onto that list. And I was absolutely blown away by that approach. But yeah, someone said makes sense. Whatever you need to do to get on that list. But it normally involves, building a relationship, building trust, being honest with them, just being honest with them. I'm a high net worth investor, or listen, I am partnered with a high net worth investor. That speaks volumes. Tell them, look, I'm not going to waste your time. Put me on your list and give me a chance. Give me one property and see how quickly I complete. That's what a lot of my clients say. Just give me one property. Yeah, I am partnered with a high net worth investor. That's it. All right, guys. I'll see you. Okay. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up now because I appreciate I've overrun. Guys, I appreciate you. If you've got any questions, just call, just speak to me, get in touch. I really appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope that you've got, guys, if you got some value from this call, fantastic. Even if you just picked up one nugget, fantastic. But please take action. Guys, you've been fantastic. Have a great evening. Love to your families. Thank you. I'm gonna stay and read the comments if you don't mind. I think if I end, the last time I ended a call, I couldn't see the comments and I was devastated. So I'm gonna read the comments, and you guys have a good evening, okay? And that's it. Okay, guys, have a great evening. I appreciate you all.